Okay guys, I think we have some more downside. I'm going to show you the next point to catch a nice bounce if we do drop. I'm going to give you key support and resistance levels, and I want to show you why these charts are so accurate. So this was the last video I put up. I'll put a link up to it now if you want to check it out. So I was showing you why this red line, once you understand the direction, and that's why it takes a while to create these charts. I take the time to map out the direction of price. Once you know that, then you can find your key support and resistance levels. That's why I said when we came down, the next point to watch was this red line. We bottomed back here, and this is how I'm going to give you the next point to catch a nice bounce. But I said this red line was the point where you would catch your bounce. And you see that is this red line right here. We found support on it repeatedly, right here at 42,600. We hit it again at 42,608. We had a wick below it. But you can see we found support on it again, and then we pushed up. But what I want to show you is, so I drew this this yellow trend line right here, and we only had one point of contact. So you'd be thinking, well, how do you know that that's going to be a point to possibly get rejected? Well, if you notice that price is respecting, and again, price is following this trajectory. So this was resistance, 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 support, support, resistance, support. So we know that we're respecting price in that direction. So, and this would be almost the same as using a parallel channel. So if you take this line right here, in matching the same direction, and you bring it down, right? Well, basically we know that price is moving in this direction. So if this line is parallel to this line right here, then that's possible. That's possibly a point you could be topped out. And I made a tweet about this, or actually I was making a tweet showing where your support and resistance levels are. But you can see what happened. We got rejected and we came down to support. So let me show you this. So I'm going to hit play. I have this rewound back. So you can see what happened. We came down. This did end up being the point we got rejected. You see we found support once, then we broke down below. And you notice we came down and we found support right here on this blue ring. We pushed back up. We had a crazy wick down, but notice the meat of the candle is above this yellow line and the blue ring. Another wick down. This is liquidating, stop hunting, longs and shorts. But you see the meat of the candle is right above this this yellow line here. And notice when we pushed up, we got rejected. Previous support. This is a lot of support. So when we pushed up, it was resistance at 42,705. So on Twitter, guys, I keep you updated regularly. So you can see right here, I was saying look for confluence by finding matching support levels, or support levels, and labeled on H1C1 charts. The next support is around 41,700 to 42,000 is your next strong support level. And you can see that is how it played out. While we did get a wick below, you can see right here, 41,700 was pretty much our support. We pushed up, and this is where you would have shorted. Again, strong support will become strong resistance. That's how you play the charts. So I will give you your support and resistance levels on this chart as well. This is just want to show you the H1 chart, how this played out. This is published on December 19th. Let me play real quick. So you can see what happened. Let's hit play. So this is that support level that I told you would be strong support. We held for a while. We broke below it as resistance. And if you follow it back, well, in here you can only go so far back. But again, what I was showing you guys, so if we zoom out, you can see why this red line was support, because back here it was support again. So the next point to catch a nice bounce, we have to zoom out further, guys. I always say look left. Notice this green line below. So this blue line is where we bottomed right here on the 19th of June 2021. So this next green line below, let's go back and let's see if we bottomed on that. And we did. We had resistance, right? Resistance, came down as support. So this right here is your next strong support level to catch a bounce. So if we follow this back, that green line, let's keep going on. All right, so if we zoom in, that's why I have this line as a thick white line, and you can see I have it labeled here. Super duper major strong support. And that is because if we drop, that is the next point to catch a nice bounce. And that is going to be right here at around 40,000. Not to mention that's a nice even number. A lot of buy orders are probably going to trigger around 40K. But if we come down, that is the next point to buy in around 40,000. Let's move on. So let's see here. This was the last video I put up. I was telling you if we drop down. Now 41,917 was your next support level, but notice this yellow line right here. So if we drop below it, obviously this line is your next support, and you can see what happened. We came down, we found almost perfect support right here at 40,915. We pushed up and we got rejected at this line, which was a lot of support and resistance. So again, your support and resistance levels are already mapped out. You can see right now your current support to watch is right here at 42,064. This is a C1 chart to show how it played out since December 19th. I'm going to play here. And you can see we came down, and look, that's that line right here. We found support and pushed up and got rejected here. This is another thing. So guys, if you have access to my tutorials, the very first thing I teach you is about trend lines. If you'll notice on this chart, I have this this little white trend line is kind of ghosted. So I always create trend lines because you never know if they're going to hold as support. But you can see that this line right here, we had support, 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 support. So if we came down this line, I know it's hard to see, but there's a line here. It's kind of ghosted. So this would be a next point to catch support. If you look at the actual chart, you can see right here. I'll make this a little brighter so you can see it. Hold on. Let me make this bright. So you can see we actually found support on that. It was a perfect touch. And again, so that's why I say always use trend lines, guys. Look at this. Support right here. And then we had support right here. Support right here. And then we found perfect, hold on. We found perfect support again. So always use trend lines, guys. Trend lines will help you find entry points to long and short. That's why I keep these there. And you can see that this line right here is now going to be a resistance. I'll make this a little bit brighter so you can see it. So I guess my point is, guys, always use trend lines. It will help you make better trades. So let's move on. So, you know, in the last video I was talking about this point here. I drew this horizontal line. This was resistance. It did hold its support. We're breaking below it now. Your next major support to watch, and I'm going to go and give this to you guys. Let me see if I can get my damn mouse working here. So your next major support to watch, according to this chart, and this is just a fib retracement, is around 39,000. So look, 39,000 to 40,000 is going to be the next point to enter a long. Look, I'm not saying that that's the bottom. I'm just saying that would be a point to enter a long. 39,000 to 40,000. That goes by the H1 chart here. All right, 40,000. And then you've got this fib retracement here. Hold on, guys. Let me get this chart. So 39,000 to 40,000, next point you want to enter a long. Obviously, if we break this point, we could push up, guys. If we do push up, according to this chart, your resistance is right here around 43,387. I will come back and give you those support and resistance levels. So again, we're still holding at this point. If we break this point, then obviously we're coming down much lower, and this does go along with the stock market as well. I'm going to cover that too. Let me give you a resistance level on this chart. Guys, I didn't plan this out too well. So look, your next strongest resistance on this chart is around 44,390 to 44,248. The Dow Jones, guys, so the Dow, when I started this video, was down around 50 points. There's a lot of volatility right now. If you see the markets start pushing up and you're at support on one of the Bitcoin charts, go ahead and long. But again, if you start seeing this drop 200, 300 points, Bitcoin's going to come down. And if you watched the previous video, I told you an ideal point to short the Dow was right here around 36,830. I think ultimately we're headed down to at least 35,680. That'd be a great point to take your profit. Obviously, we break that, we have some much lower targets. This right here, so guys, the NASDAQ right now, 50% of the companies on the NASDAQ are down. Actually, a number of NASDAQ stocks are down 50% or more. They're saying it's almost a record. So only a select few of the tech stocks are actually holding up the markets right now. So as soon as those markets come down, you know, the stock market's going to tank. And again, I've showed you in that previous video, Bitcoin follows the market. So I'm expecting much more downside. So when I tell you that 40K to 39K will hold as support, that's just for swing trading. So I mean, if we come down and we test it, you know, we push back up, you might want to take your profit here. If we get above it, well, we got resistance levels above. But again, I'm not saying 40K is a bottom or 39K is a bottom, just saying that's a point to potentially long. Take your profit before more downside. And you can see we keep hitting this resistance. Previous support is now resistance. We keep hitting and rejecting. So let me give you your current support and resistance levels on these charts, guys. So look, your current resistance on the H1 chart is right now, you can see clearly, 42,762. Your next resistance above to watch is 43,428. Keep in mind this blue ring, as I mentioned before, That is right where the 50-week moving average is, so this is a lot of resistance. If we get above 42,922, expect some more upside. But for now, I expect more downside. Your current support right now is right here at 41,552. Again, 40,000 to 39,000 I think is a great point to enter along. Let's go to the C1 chart. Let's see. So your current support right now on the C1 chart that needs to hold is 42,032. You can see your current resistance right now is right here, 42,713. If we push above that, your next resistance to watch is right here around 43,633. And then your resistance, very strong resistance above, is going to be 44,742. And your support now is going to be down here at 40,491. And you can scalp trade these all day long. Your next strongest support, guys, and this right here is your next strongest support on the C1 chart. That's a little lower than 39,000. You can see out here it's like 38,278. So there's a lot of confluence showing that around, 38,000, that's a little low, but 38,000 to 40,000 seems like a likely point to catch a nice bounce. That's the main takeaway from this video. If we come down, that's where you want to enter along. I think that's pretty much it, guys. That gives you support and resistance levels, and if you do want to access these charts, the website is opticalartcrypto.com. For $49 a month, you get access to the Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, charts. You get access to Discord and my Twitter, which is private, and I do have tutorials. 179, I have like 5 videos that teach you about trend lines, how I use trend lines, teach you how to create fib circles from trend lines, and then how to create these charts that I create here using fib circles from fib channels. So do watch that if you're interested in charting for yourself, but do pay attention, guys. I do think 39,000 to 40,000 is a great point to enter along, and I do expect more downside. Follow the markets, guys. Look, the Dow's already down 78 points. So, if the markets start continuing down, Bitcoin's going to come down as well. That's it, guys. The next video, trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.